This lesson is going to go over how to convert an angle from degrees to radians. Radians is how you measure an angle in trigonometry usually. So the way you convert an angle from degrees to radians, this is at the top of page 140 if you're in my second block, page 199 if you're in my third and fourth blocks. So to convert an angle from degrees to radians, you take that angle in degrees and you multiply it by pi radians over 180 degrees. And you do not have to simplify. I don't know what kind of calculators you got at your house, so please don't worry about simplifying. So I'm going to go through and do some of these with you. So number one, you have 60 degrees and you're asked to convert that to radians. So you would multiply by pi radians over 180 degrees. When you multiply and you have a fraction, you just go straight across. You may multiply straight across. So 60 times pi is 60 pi. 1 times 180 is 180. And you may leave your answer right there. Or you may reduce it. I reduced it to 1 pi over 3. That's just reducing a normal fraction. 60 degrees in radians then is 1 pi over 3. Or you could say pi over 3. So those are the same thing. 60 degrees is pi over 3. The next one I see on that page that converts degrees to radians looks like it's number 4. All right, so number 4, you would multiply by pi over 180, and you get 315 pi over 180. You may reduce that, or you may leave that. I think I just left that one. Okay, so every time when you're going from degrees to radians, you multiply by pi over 180. So I'll give you a minute to copy that. The next one I see that is degrees to radians would be number 6. So number 6, you multiply by pi over 180, and you get negative 105 pi over 180. Number 9, 300 degrees converted to radians. So 300 degrees times pi over 180, you would get 300 pi over 180. Number 10, negative 10 degrees converted to radians. You would multiply by pi over 180. So number 10 would be negative 10 pi divided by 180. If you wanted to reduce that, you could have negative pi over 18. And the last one that is degrees to radians is number 12. And number 12, 80 degrees times pi over 180 would be 80 pi over 180. If you reduce that, you could have 8 pi over 18. You could have 4 pi over 9. All of those are good answers. So if you have degrees and you need to convert to radians, radians is just another way to measure an angle in trigonometry, you would multiply by pi over 180.